I think the Browns are one of the biggest frauds in this playoff.
Browns?
I think the Browns are one of the biggest frauds.
I completely disagree.
He said the
I said
Texans are easy over the Browns.
Thank you.
Well,
All right, I completely
I think
disagree.
the Browns are the biggest frauds.
I disagree.
The Browns.
I think the
The Browns.
The playoffs are officially set.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of us were on Rams and Packers pretty early. Just tossing that out there. Number 6, I really don't know how this happened because they're a bad team, but apparently, as I was predicting games, I got the Packers at 6. I don't know how. They're a bad team. This won't happen. This is a terrible prediction.
I mean, I don't even have them in mind. So, I mean, I'm just
I
gonna
know.
be honest.
That's why I'm confused.
That's true.
I just clicked through them and the Packers were there. I'm like, what?
So, I mean, obviously, I hope the Packers make the playoffs, but in mine, I don't have them.
I also hope the Packers make the playoffs.
Just so the 49ers can destroy them. Yeah.
I think that the Vikings are going to fall out. I think that the
can see it.
Seahawks are going to fall out.
Probably.
Rams and Packers hop in. Rams right now are
I don't
sitting
hate
at 5
I
and
don't
6.
hate it, but it's an uphill battle for the Rams.
Yeah, they're playing a beat-up Browns team this week.
I will say, when we did the show last week, I picked the Packers to the playoffs, so I see the vision
Yes.
there. And I just went through all the schedules yesterday. I see the vision for the Rams.
Yes.
I see it. And then
That was me, right?
You were on Rams, yeah.
And Packers. I think that one week I said Packers.
I think that one week we both had Rams, Packers
and
in the
then
playoffs.
I switched
and you
it.
had Packers in, too.
I switched it.
I had Packers
Hey,
Bucks.
we knew.
Sports and stuff
I definitely
knows.
had Bucks.
Sports and stuff
I've been a Baker lover this year.
Mhm,
But
me too.
and then in the AFC, it's Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, Texans, Browns, Dolphins, Steelers.
And Broncos.
Not Broncos because they benched him for Jared Stidham.
Woo!
Anyway,
Sean Payton's correct, by the way.
Sean Payton's not.
We will talk about this
Yeah, we will.
another week once the NFL playoffs are over, but I'm going to go to a huge rant.
The Bills, as long as they beat the Steelers, are guaranteed 2 home playoff games. The Dolphins aren't going to get one.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big deal,
Hey,
I'd
unless
say.
the Steelers pull one out.
Especially when you consider
way.
that the Dolphins have lost their last 21 games under 40 degrees.
Man, that's
and
wild.
and their one win, I don't know their exact record, but they've only beat one team above 500 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
how
was
I
the
see
Cowboys.
I think it was 1 and 5.
I believe.
You know,
I think they're
I'll
1 and 5.
I'll talk about that when we go over each.
What-
organized?
What team do you think is gonna do gonna be a surprising team just in general? Like before we even go into like who we're
Surprisingly well,
picking? Yeah.
Eagles.
Eagles.
For me, the Rams.
For me, I'm gonna say the Dolphins. Like I know everyone's clowning on the Dolphins, but I think
Dude, I
everyone's
picked the
counting them out.
Eagles.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's true.
But
Alright.
I'll give you my reasoning for. Actually, I'll do that when I make the picks.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing.
So we'll go wild card round first all the way through. So in the AFC, I have Bills over Steelers, Chiefs over Dolphins, and I have the Texans over the Browns. I think they pull it out at home. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans. And in the NFC, I got Cowboys over Packers. Actually going to change this one. I'm going Lions over Rams. I've been going back and forth on that one, but I'm going to stick with the Lions. And then Eagles over Buccaneers.
Okay.
By the way, that switch messes up your divisional round. Are you gonna correct that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, for the AFC side, I have the Texans beating who are they playing? The Browns. I think that's a simple one. I haven't really bought
You don't
into
think that
the-
you think that's simple?
I wouldn't say it's simple. That was like a hot take for
That's
me.
probably the best game.
I-
of the,
That was
think
like
that's-
my upset pick.
I'd argue that's
Really?
the best game of the. Yeah.
I have
The
not.
best?
I'd argue is one of the. I think
I
it'll
feel
be
like
one
Chiefs
of the.
Dolphins.
I
Or
think
no, Rams Lions. It's Rams
Chiefs
Lions.
Dolphins just gonna Rams Lions. Yeah,
It's
I'll give you that
Rams.
one. But Chiefs Lions just gonna be a ton of running. It's
I
just
think the
gonna be
Browns
checkovers for
are
Raheem
one of the
Mostert.
biggest frauds in this playoff.
Who?
Browns.
I think the Browns are one of the biggest frauds.
I completely disagree. I believe the Browns. Gosh, what was your take that you said again?
He said the
I said the-
Texans are easy over the Browns.
Thank you.
Well,
All right, I completely
I think the
disagree.
Browns are the biggest frauds.
I disagree.
The Browns.
I think the.
The Browns.
Do you know that flight video? Flight reacts where he just goes like, LeBron.
Yeah, cause
I love Flight. Anyway, make your picks.
sorry.
Nick Chubb.
All right. My
remember that?
no. Nor do I want to get into it. My picks. I got Bills over Steelers, pretty easy one. I got Dolphins over Chiefs. I just think the Dolphins are got a better run game than the Chiefs, and I think that's what it's going to come down to with that weather.
What about the
And
defense?
I think Mahomes. What was that?
I was just saying, like, run game. What about the defense?
Yeah, I think the. Oh wait, what?
What about the defense?
The Dolphins defense?
Yeah, what about the defenses?
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Chiefs do. I think Chiefs have a way better defense than the Dolphins, but I still think
know.
the Dolphins' offense is better than the Chiefs' defense. So I think that's gonna overpower that. But sorry, the question confused me. Yeah. Then I got Browns over Texans. Leading back to the Dolphins over Chiefs. The only way the Chiefs have a chance, realistically, I don't want to sound like a whiner when it comes to the AFC West teams, but the Chiefs will get the refs to help them.
All right, dude. They have the most talented quarterback ever. The refs are not their only chance.
Yeah, I know.
They also have an elite defense.
Nope, I will. Okay, defense I'll give you.
Elite defense, good running back, elite quarterback.
Like
they have more chances than flags.
As I was saying, I think the refs will play a big part in that game. Sorry, I like to. Whatever. Then I got Cowboys over Packers. I got Rams over Lions, and I got Buccaneers over Eagles. It's gonna be a nice little Baker Mayfield legacy game.
That'd be dope.
I know. I'm pumped
right.
for that.
On my divisional. We're going. Anyway, I got Ravens over the Texans in the divisional round. I don't think we see a 2019 repeat of what happened.
That would be wild.
I wouldn't hate it, but it won't happen. And then Bills Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Bills to win in Buffalo, actually. So, and then in the NFC, I have to switch it up a little bit. So it's going to be Cowboys versus Lions. I think the Lions get them back and move on to the NFC Championship.
I think the Lions should have won that first game.
And then Niners Eagles. Originally, I had Rams over Lions, and I had the Eagles upsetting the Cowboys to go to the championship. But I got Niners over Eagles to set up a Niners Lions NFC Championship.
Awesome. For my divisional round, so I have the Bills versus the Texans. I kind of wanted to pick the Texans, I'm not going to lie, but I picked the Bills. And then I have Fins over Ravens. I talked about this before. I just have a bad feeling about the Ravens. I think they're really hyped up, and I just don't think they're going to live up to it. I kind of especially just reminded of it was Lamar's MVP year when everyone thought they were going to do really well in the playoffs, and then they stunk up the joint against the Texans. Or the Titans. But
what this all translates to is he hates Lamar Jackson.
That is true. I'm a certified Lamar Jacksonator, so
that's great. I don't understand how you hate him.
But by in the divisional round,
he's literally the quietest quarterback in the NFL. He's silently the best quarterback in the NFL. Like,
anyways.
Okay, fine. Purdy's the best quarterback in the NFL.
That's not what I was saying.
Who do you think is?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I hate Mahomes.
I know you do, but that doesn't make him not the best.
Yeah, I know.
Mahomes so much.
Lamar's my two, though.
Anyways, for the NFC side, I have the Niners over the Rams. Unfortunately, I hate this. Playoffs. This is like the worst.
Why? You guys made it.
I know, but I hate just the teams that win.
God, I hope the Packers win.
I just hate the Niners.
I hope the Packers win.
We were talking about this beforehand, so I was saying
awesome.
where I really wanted the Packers to beat the Cowboys, which I think they have a solid chance if they get up to a good start of the game. If they get off to a good start, then they'll probably win that game. If they let the Cowboys roll over them, which is also a valid possibility at the beginning of the game, they're screwed. But if they win, they would play the Niners in the second round, which we know with the show how that's going to end up. It's going to end up
No,
with
we
me.
don't, because you didn't post the video.
All I know is
That's true.
all I know is that if the Packers find a way to play the Niners, and then let's just say in some awesome world, the Packers beat the Niners, he's probably going to have to leave the show by how much crap I'm going to talk to him. I'm never going to give it up.
Your team missed the playoffs again. They have not made it since 2015.
Yeah, but as I was saying, this should end in me in a 49ers uniform on the show if the Packers win this game. So I'm just picking against them, although I am rocking the Packers for today. But I have the Niners over the Rams, and then I have Cowboys over Bucks. So that leads.
You didn't take a single upset. I just realized.
So what?
I know, that's interesting.
Some of the non-upsets are upsets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Like Texans over Browns.
I don't know why I got I don't know why. LeBron! Sorry. I don't know why I got offended.
All right, make your picks.
I usually get offended
Make
when
your
like
picks.
March Madness, like whenever like someone like
Well,
makes
March
a bracket.
Madness is different.
So that's I don't know why I just got so offended with no. Sorry. All right, my divisional round, I got Ravens over Dolphins, and then the Bills over Browns. Ravens are playing like the best team in the NFL. The Bills are the hottest team in the NFL. So I'm excited for that AFC conference. I can't think what it's called.
So what's your divisional?
Yeah, I have 9. You keep scrolling. Yeah, I got Ravens over Dolphins, Bills over Browns, so that's going to be in the AFC. And then the NFC, Cowboys over Bucks. And here's my fun one. I got the Rams over the Niners. I think Sean McVay is a Super Bowl winning coach, unlike Shanahan, and I think he's going to outcoach that game. The Rams offense looks amazing, and I am excited.
In their entire time against each other, he has never outcoached Shanahan. But
The Rams
who knows?
have
Maybe
kind
it'll
of gotten.
happen.
You're right. That drop pick kind of killed them.
I mean,
I'm aware.
the Rams like to lose to the
It wasn't even the
49ers
drop pick, man. It
in
was
the regular
Jimmy G.
season, but when it comes to the playoffs, it's kind of, you know.
It was one game.
Still-
There's not like a pattern.
That was a
here.
wild game.
There was
That
one game.
was probably the craziest playoffs I've ever seen in
They
my
also
life.
had a significantly better roster than they do now, and we had a
Yeah.
worse one.
Yeah, well, yes and no.
Like the teams couldn't be more different.
I think the Rams' run game's better now. I mean, it used to be that year was C.J. Anderson and was it Sonny Michel?
I don't know, they had a revolving
one
door.
thing
But
but
I think it was
keep
C.J.
on-
Anderson that was the running back during that thing. Now they got Kyron Williams, who's a stud.
He is.
Now they got a wide receiver too. I think
Puka Nacua is
is
the biggest
way
one.
better than Robert Woods.
Are
was
you
that
gonna
year.
Are you gonna try to tell me this Rams team is better than the Super Bowl team?
I am trying to say their offense is better than us. Defense, no.
No, they weren't.
I think their offense is better though.
No.
Just because Cooper Kupp's
I
playing
think
a little
so, too.
underutilized. I think the
I-
offense is better.
I kind
A
of agree
little
with them.
under.
I think
He's not even close to the receiver
I
he
think-
was then.
Well,
Cooper
yeah, but that's
Kupp and
part of
Puka
production,
Nacua
too.
and Kyron Williams playing
Puka's
us like
taking
he
a lot
is
of the production.
wild.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, so I think Cooper Kupp is just laying a load off.
bro.
It-
We'll see.
I think well,
my word.
that was the
choice
reason
is
We'll
why I
see.
wild.
picked
Two
the-
teams that look drastically different 3 years ago played, so now
that's
we lost.
why I picked the Rams over the Lions in the beginning.
Darn.
Was because of the Rams offense. Like Puka
Yeah,
Nacua
that's
was
why-
the
that's
biggest
what I'm
X
choosing, too.
factor.
The Lions
in
have a
my
better
opinion.
offense.
I don't think he's the biggest X factor. I think it's Stafford. I think Stafford is the best quarterback in that game by far, and I think Stafford's gonna
Why
kill
would
it.
you wait? Why would you pick a team over another team because of offense when they have the worst offense of the two?
Rams?
I doubt.
They have a
I
worse
don't think
offense
so.
than the
No,
Lions.
no, they do have a worse offense
I
than the
don't.
Lions. Or
I
not
think
Lions.
I think the Rams have a
the
way
Niners.
more.
Well, both.
Well, no, I think the Rams have a way more
Lions,
explosive than
just
the
got okay.
Lions.
Statistically, yes, Lions are better, but I think in the playoffs the Rams will be better.
But what? But on paper, the Lions are probably better too.
I think the last. Well, I kind of want to do the math.
You
want
want to talk about running game?
The Lions.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And the Niners do, but still, Rams are fun.
a little bit. The conference championships. I am gonna change my AFC one actually. I had Bills over Ravens. So I didn't want to be super basic, but everyone. My
No
bad.
upsets.
Give me the Ravens, and give me the Niners over. Who did I say?
Cowboys, I think.
Lions.
Lions are right.
Niners over Lions, Ravens over Bills to set up the Super Bowl. And I mean, I'm already here. I'll take Niners over Ravens,
All right, for me,
which is what I had
Who would be your
preseason.
MVP?
Which is what I had preseason.
Niners Ravens. Yeah.
Who's your?
I've been
Who's that,
saying it all year.
who's that Super Bowl MVP?
Well,
I mean,
Purdy.
I would assume they give it to our most valuable player, which would be Brock
Christian
Purdy.
McCaffrey.
Which would be Brock Purdy. Christian McCaffrey's our best player. He's not our most valuable.
you know, going back to my playoff predictions from the beginning of the season, I had the Chargers winning it all. They
Again,
didn't even make the
for like the
playoffs
fourth
again.
year in a row.
No, I think
You're
I
just
changed
gonna
it.
you're just gonna keep doing it
I
until
think I did
happens.
change it because I think I picked the Bills actually. No, I don't. Well, I'll put up whatever I picked right here. It was something because I don't
Can you
think I
put
picked
up
the Chargers.
Could you put what I picked right here?
You didn't even do anything.
I
You
know
weren't even
that-
here
anyway,
for
that
was the
beginning of
joke. That was the joke.
Anyway, your
Nothing.
pick is
That was the joke.
So
Carter's
for mine,
losing patience.
yes, quickly.
for mine, I have Niners over the Cowboys, and then I have Bills over the Dolphins. I think the Bills get them again. And then I have the Bills over the 49ers. Like I said at the beginning of the playoffs, I think everyone counted out the Bills, and I think they're going to sneak in.
Ooh.
You know? Well, I think everyone was like saying, oh, this is a down year for the Bills because every other year was
Bro,
like,
I've had him at 3
Super
for
Bowl.
like a month.
I mean,
Yeah.
most
I'm
people,
all in on
most people have hated the Bills this year.
Well, it's funny
Like-
because I was one of the biggest Bills haters, and then now for my Super Bowl champion, I have the Bills beating the Rams in the Super Bowl.
All right, well, we got that out of the way
Yep.
quickly.
See?
So we both had 2 Bills and then 1 49er, which is surprising because there's 1
Oh, you got
49er
Bills
show,
winning
so.
too?
What am I
I had the
supposed to
Bills.
not pick my team?
Yeah,
Who's the
that's true.
1 seed?
Well,
Fine,
you know what? I
I'm
did
changing
What am I
mine.
supposed to do?
I did that for 2 years in a row.
I have the
we'll
Rams
see how
beating
that went.
I have the Rams beating the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Rams beating the Broncos. Woo! How fun.
Okay.
The Rams are going to get back, or the Broncos just by random means. They're gonna overturn a game, and
I
they're
actually
gonna
had
get
That's
the
the
playoffs.
only way they can
Look,
make the
I
playoffs
dead
this
serious.
decade.
Do you want to hear something wild? I had a dream the other night. I don't know. It was a really weird dream. But I look on the TV and it was the Super Bowl, and I was like, "Wait, Dad, is that the Broncos?" And he's like, "Yeah." But they were losing like 42-17 to the Saints. The Saints won the Super Bowl in my dream.
Still wouldn't be their biggest Super Bowl loss.
And you know who starting that quarterback was? Jared Stidham. So next year,
Actually, wouldn't even be their second biggest Super
Next-
Bowl loss.
that's true. Next year, Super Bowl prediction: the Saints
Broncos.
are beating the Broncos. I don't know
With
this.
Jarrett Stidham at quarterback.
Maybe that one was a fluke.
Saints
I
beat
mean,
the Broncos by 25, which I will remind you again is only their third biggest Super Bowl loss.
Woo.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Dubs.
The two biggest
That's
ever,
crazy.
I believe, are Broncos losses.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Niners win a Super Bowl?
No, I haven't. Have you seen your team do anything in the last 8 years?
Yeah, we got Sean Payton.
Sorry, anything good?
Yeah, we benched Russell Wilson.
Again, anything good?
Yeah.
Like what?
Okay.
Hey,
You drafted Sertan.
That's the
That
that and
Yeah,
Justin
you made one
Simmons.
good draft pick
That-
in 8 years.
that-
Good job.
That and Justin Simmons are the only two things.
Hey, you
we've
gave
done that are
$90
good.
million to Mike McClatchy.
Moving.
I don't know why
I
we
told
did
you.
that.
I told you.
I know
man.
you told me. I was
Anyways.
sitting there like, this is the. What are we doing?